If you noticed, I probably added a little bit more, concentrated a little bit more, made it now a 1-to-1, 1 part microengineering solution and 1 part water, and it's really seemed to kick things into gear now. You can see this thing, it's darkening up pretty fast. And it also darkens the copper as well, so that's kind of a neat benefit. And yeah, it darkens the solder somewhat. You have to let it soak a little bit longer for it to have that effect, but still I always need to touch it up with the black paint along the sides, hit the spots of solder where it didn't get darkened up. So yeah, this is moving pretty good. Yeah, that really kicked things into gear. Now what I'm going to do with the unused, I shouldn't say unused, with the remaining rail weathering solution, I'm going to go ahead and put that back in the containers, and I can use that for more turnout weathering. So eventually the stuff wears out, so they'll have to be thrown out, but this is probably good for a dozen or so more turnouts, weathering them, especially if I do them in batches like this. I've probably got room for about 2, maybe even, excuse me, 3, and maybe even 4 if I fit them in right. So let me zoom out so you can see what's going on there, and how it's all nice and black now. And it's also blackening the bottom of this thing too. I think maybe, I don't know whether some of the stainless steel got worn through or what, but that's not a big deal either. That can always be cleaned off. So I think now these are blackened to the way I want them. So I'm going to go ahead and take them out. We'll probably take them out with a pair of pliers here, like that, because I really don't want to get this solution on your hands. And so if you happen to have latex gloves, it's probably better to wear those. But there you go. That's kind of how that works. Let me bring that up, zoom in. Get as close a look to it. There we go. All nice and, whoops, I dropped it. Smooth move. Alright, there you go. All nice and black. And yeah, the shiny spots will go over with paint. So anyway, let me go ahead and take these up to the bathtub again, take them out, wash them off, get the fluid cleaned up, and I can get on to do the spot painting on the rail. So I'll be back. Alright, well, I've got these all rinsed the turnouts off, got my solution put away, and this is the result. And actually, I don't know what it is this time around, pretty much blackened everything. Maybe I just haven't been scrubbing them enough before in the past, but PC ties have been darkened, have kind of a brownish color because of the copper. And interestingly enough, the solder got blackened too. I usually have a fair amount that I need to touch up, but this time around I guess I must have just done a better job cleaning, so there's still a little bit of touch up. You can see it on this one here. Hopefully you can see a little bit of that shine in there. Yeah, probably a little bit more there. I'll have to touch that up. And what I used to scrub the turnouts was just this kind of a brush. That's what I used, so just brush lengthwise. get them soaped up real good with dishwashing detergent and get them fairly clean. So now I'm going to go ahead and paint the spots that didn't get affected by the rail weathering solution. And I don't necessarily worry too much about getting an exact match on my color. This is all fairly dark, but